Hey guys, it's Megan again. I started watching season 5 of Big Brother, and I felt the need to do a little video, not to tell you what happened and completely, I'm not going to do a play-by-play for the episode or whatnot, but, they are, I guess this might be the first year they did it, where, they had two twins playing one role. And I just found out they're getting ready to do that. I don't know who I haven't seen who the person is, but I assume they're gonna play and see how they do. Well, I'm watching, and it's Project Do Not Assume DNA, and they've dropped the bomb that this guy Michael, this cowboy, and this girl Jennifer, who's I guess she's a tattoo artist or has a lot of tattoos and has purple hair and whatnot, that they are in fact half siblings. They share the same father. Not the same mother, but the same father. And they found out by him, they're sitting around talking about last names, and when she mentioned what her last name was, he was questioning her and realized that that was his sister. Well, he went to the HOH and a couple of the guys, and they said, let's pull her in here, let's talk to her. He said, I just figured it out, I just found out. And they tell her, and she's like, okay, I have no reason not to believe you, but, you know, let's kind of gravitate out to the way we're, you know, the community room, the living room, or the space, I guess it's a living room, and tells everybody, and people are like, yeah, whatever, let's just believe what he wants to believe. And then they get called into the diary room, and letters are given to them from their father. And there's a group of the guys that still don't believe it. They think it's played too easily, because the one guy gets head of household, and then Michael comes to him and says, hey, look, this is my, you know, I just found this out. How do you think I should approach her? What's your advice? And, you know, one of them's like, well, at least they didn't, you know, they didn't make out. He didn't make out with his sister, which wasn't very nice. And the other one's like, shouldn't you go talk to your sister? So, needless to say, right now that some of the people think it's played, that it's not real. But I don't know. I think it's interesting. I think it's an interesting twist, and that just gets me wanting to get more into it, which means I'm going to be watching plenty of season 5 while I'm watching season 17. So that should be kind of interesting. When I finished season 4, I saw June had won, but it was kind of like she wasn't excited about it because everybody was talking, you know, they had to vote for somebody. They didn't want to vote for her. So, I mean, she sort of won by default. In the same manner that Dana won HOH that season. She won by default. She didn't, how would you like to put it? If she had to win on her own, she wouldn't have done it. She won because somebody else lost. That's what it means by winning by default. So, I mean, she went off to the jury house, I think, first, and she got to pal around with Justin for a while, and whether they have a relationship still, I don't know. I guess they'll tell us or whatnot, but that's 12 years ago. So, I'm up to season 5. Once I hit a season that I recognize, then that means I've hit all of them. I have seen the All-Star season where Dan was on there, and I'm not sure that I care for his character. And then I saw where Mike Boogie came on. I think that was like season 2. And again, don't care for his character. Now, Dr. Will, I do have to say, while he is cocky, there's something about him that screams out to me. Now, it could be his cockiness reminds me of an ex-brother-in-law that I used to have that, I guess you'd say ex-brother-in-law, because he divorced a sister-in-law, and then I divorced my husband, which, I don't know. Anyways, I don't know if it's the right way for me to use that word, and I apologize if I offended anybody, but he's got an attitude and a little bit of a, I don't want to say je ne sais quoi because I'm not really French, but there's something about him. There's something about him that makes people want to come back. and there's something about him that has a way of getting right down under the surface when he's dealing with people. So while he might be living it up in LA on the earlier episodes, I'm sure that Dr. Will's going to come back on, because, I mean, I think he's interviewed a couple later on, like closer to season 17, anywhere between like season 13 or 14 and above. I don't know. I'm interested, and I'm wanting to know what's going to happen, and then I'll find myself sitting here watching 4 or 5 episodes, and then I look around and I'm like, oh, I should have gone to bed. But I've had not severe anxiety, although I do have some anxiety. I apologize. I've had severe, what's it called? I just drew a blank. Where you're not able to sleep. It's not severe anxiety. I don't know. Where it's gotten to a point where in the last couple of weeks, some days I've not gone to bed until after it's light. Of course, dealing with the stomach bug, it keeps you up half the night. Then we've had a storm or two, and then I lost power one night, and it wasn't out for very long, but all of that, it just keeps me awake. It's, I don't know, I have trouble sleeping, and let's see, it's after 5 now, and Jamie's already left for work. Today was an early day for him, but, there was one day last week that I didn't really lay down to go to sleep until like 9:45 in the morning, and then I was feeling really, really bad, and I woke up like, well, actually it was closer to 10:30 by the time I fell asleep, and then I was up by around noon, and I went for almost an entire day without hardly any sleep, and then I had some problems. So insomnia. I knew when I stopped thinking about it, I'd remember the word. Severe insomnia. So, you know, with the heat and everything, I find it's time when I can actually fall asleep, and then, you know, I can sleep 3 or 4 hours before I wake up. Sometimes that's a good night. Otherwise, it's an hour or 2 and I'm awake. And then it's sleep for a little while, then I'm awake. I just don't get restful sleep. It's more like restless. So I feel tired all the time. No matter if I'm doing a lot of stuff around the house or I'm out and about doing stuff. It is what it is. Anyways, I was talking Big Brother, and I gravitated to some other subject to tell you I had severe insomnia anxiety. I'm anxious because I can't sleep. Wonder what you call that. Big pile of mess is what I call it. So, that's what's going on with me. I will put that I talk about other stuff, because this video, yeah, I did talk about Big Brother, but I haven't done a video in a couple days where I haven't talked about Big Brother. So, I did notice when I went onto my YouTube today that my views on my YouTube videos have gone up from 5, 6, 7, 886 for a couple days up to 1103. So obviously I'm saying something that some people want to listen to. I've picked up a couple more subscribers, and I'm just going with it. I feel like I have a little bit more confidence with it, and I can really go with it. I sent my sister a message the other day on Facebook. I sent her a message on her wall, and I said to her, Big Brother's about to start soon. You know, we can talk Big Brother sometime, right? Question mark. She writes back, we can, just not at 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. I thought if I put it on her wall instead of just private messaging her that it wouldn't alert her, but it alerted her and woke her up, and I felt really bad about that. So if you're actually watching my video, which, excuse me, I doubt you actually are, But if you are, Sarah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to wake you up the other morning. I know sleeping and getting to work and is hard, and you know, watching Hayden and school and everything else, that you need your sleep when you can get it. So I apologize for waking you up. I only hope we can hang out again soon, because I missed hanging out with you. Let's see. What else? Just trying to make plans for the summer and planning a trip, and got a lot to do in a couple of days, so do another North Carolina trip. I don't know if I can really film a lot while I'm there. I can do like vlogs, like if I'm sitting in my room or hotel room or whatever, and I can sit at the desk or whatever and talk to you guys, but yeah, I'm just chilling out and hoping that this trip will be good, and I'll get to visit with some people and help my mom out a little bit and see them, because they're getting ready to move to Savannah, and then I don't know the next time I'll see them, and I haven't seen them since our wedding in January. My mom and stepdad, so it'll be a quick visit, but it'll be a visit nonetheless. Last time I was down in North Carolina, I drove to the street that she lived on, and I think I drove past her house. We did like a loop, so I've seen her house. I just don't know her house number and all that, but excuse me, it's pretty easy. Anyways, like, fave, subscribe, share, comment below, send me a message, email me. I'm at meganshepard81@gmail.com for email, meganshepard81, my YouTube handle. Let's start open discussions about Big Brother or whatever else you'd like to talk about. I will probably do some blogging tonight about Under the Dome, because there's a 2-hour season premiere, and I'm like looking forward to that. No, I'm seriously looking forward to that. So I'm sure I'll talk Big Brother and I'll talk Under the Dome, and you might get 3 or 4 or 5 videos from me, because already tonight you've gotten 4, I think 3 Big Brother, 1 Big Brother, and other stuff. So this one I'm going to title it Big Brother and Other Stuff, I think. Anyways, like I said, like, fave, share, subscribe. I can't link things together. I just put comments and messages and read them, and yeah. So, have a good one. I gotta go. Bye.